I totally forgot about that. After the stream broke, that killed me. All right, so now this is live, so this is being recorded. So the best part about this is, once this is done, once we're done with class, the recording is live from in class. So all the questions that you ask up from this point going forward will be in the chat, or will be in the recording. So next piece. Next piece over here is we're going to go over here to the pricing section. So what I like to do, guys, is I like to break this down for everybody over here. Do you guys want drawings, or do you guys want me to break it down? Because besides Miss Walton, I know everybody has been here. I'm just going to break it down via things. You guys tell me what you want to do. Do you want me to draw up on a board for the people that are new, or do you guys want me to put draw if you want me to draw on a board, put talk it out if you want me just to talk about it? I'll let you guys put it in the chat. Tell me how you want to go about it. I'll tell you the difference between the packages. Okay, Ms. Brenda, perfect. Ms. Brenda is the only one that answered. She said, talk. She said, I want you to get your ass up. Sit your ass in the chair. Talk. All right, fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, the individual business pack and enterprise package are broken up as such. What I like to say is nobody should be buying that iron package. Ladies and gentlemen, the iron package is not for you. The iron package is the downgrade package, is after the people have gotten started. So the bronze package is the package that you guys should be in. Let me break this down. The bronze package is $147 for 4 tokens, right? Silver package is $197 for 8. Gold is $297 for 17. Platinum's $397 for 30. And the diamond package is $997 for 100. But the iron package is one person at $97. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how do we get to the packages? I'm sorry. Oh, right here under pricing and then select subscription. So, iron package. Iron package is $97 for one person, right? So when you say the $97 for one person, how much does a token cost? Well, technically a token costs $40 if you don't have the subscription. So $40 if you have the subscription. Apologize. The subscription is $97. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this industry and everything that I've seen, people like to make mistakes because they don't know a lot of stuff. So the $97 package actually winds up coming to the spend after everything at $177 because you're going to need to buy 2 more GAs at $40 a piece. So if you buy those 2 GAs at $40 a piece, it totals out to $177. If you want to compare apples with apples, the iron package is actually $70 more than the bronze package when you compare 4 GAs to 4 GAs. So I tell everybody, always buy the bronze package. Now, ladies and gentlemen, barring what I'm telling you, if your pocket cannot afford the bronze package, do not buy the bronze package. Utilize the iron package and do not make a mistake. If you make a mistake, you're going to need to buy another GA. That's why I would tell people to buy the bronze package. You at least have those 4 GAs. Okay? So the total for the 4 GAs under the iron package totals out to $217 versus the $147. That's why I say buy the bronze to get started. Now you buy the bronze for 2 months, ladies and gentlemen. If you generate everything correctly, you'll have a total of 6 GAs left over. So those 6 GAs, then you cancel your subscription, downgrade to the iron package, and now you have 6 GAs rolling over every single month, or 6 tokens rolling over every single month, so you guys don't have to worry about it. Does that make sense, ladies and gentlemen? Now, I'm also going to say something to you guys. You see this over here? This is my thing. You see this is my name right here. Everybody see that, right? Can everybody see my name, right? Raj, I'm gonna go to pricing. I'm gonna go to select subscription. Ready? I would never tell you to buy a package that I do not pay for. And I've been paying for this from June 13, 2024. So in June this year, I'll be paying for the same package for 2 years straight. Does that make sense for everybody that's in here right now? So when I talk to you guys and I tell you something, I would not do what I wouldn't do for myself because I know it's cheaper to buy the bronze package than it is to buy any other package. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. Does anybody have any question about pricing? This is where you guys, if anybody's confused, this is where you ask it right now about the pricing section. I mean, this is gonna be fun. This is. Yes, Amy. Yes, the 4 tokens. Yes, that's. I'm be honest with you. I've been trying to get them to remove this. I really just want them to say 4 tokens. That they get there. It doesn't mean that you can service 1 to 4 people. Here's what happens. I've seen people burn all 4 GAs, all 4 tokens on 1 person. And hold on, wait. Not generate their letter correctly and still not be able to send out that month. Because they ran through 4 tokens. So when you say service 4 people, but you haven't generated the letter to send it out, have you really serviced anybody? No, you service 0 people. This one definitely doesn't service 1 person a month. Especially if you send into my company when I'm printed for you. If you send me garbage, I send it back to you and say, go fix it. So at the end of the day, that's why I don't agree with this. That's why when I say I don't work for the software company, because somebody who works for the software company can't tell you that. They're not going to tell you that. I'm telling you what's right and how to go through it so you don't make a mistake, especially if you're sending it to me to print for you. Because if you do it yourself and you make an error, FYI, lady, and ladies and gentlemen in this room, right? The Bureau is going to tell you, when they tell you that, you're going to say the software don't work. But realistically, you didn't know what you did wrong. So I want everybody to understand that that's what's going on over here. That's what's happening to me when I first started, generated the wrong letters. Yeah, I know. It happens to a lot of people. And it's not that you guys needed your hands held in the system. You guys needed to understand that the system was built for the AI, and the AI costs money. That's the thing, that the AI has AI credits. Make sense? Awesome. Let's rock and roll. Okay. So what package we signing up with tonight for those who don't have any packages? I got off the screen to see how many people are going to answer that. Perfect. Beautiful. Beautiful. As long as I got 2 people to write it, I'm good. All right. So let's go to the next thing. Get your credit report. Ladies and gentlemen, the software uses MyFreeScore now. My students, do not ask me questions about this. My students, quiet. All right? My students, quiet. The software requires you that you use MyFreeScore now. Ladies and gentlemen, you utilize the one from your specific person. Their MyFreeScore now link comes attached with a specialty report. You cannot go to the main website and go through all that stuff. Now, that being said, guys, you can utilize anything that you want, but I would suggest for the most aggressive attack, that's what you want to use is MyFreeScore now. Okay? Thank you. All right. Thank you, my students, for not asking any questions about that. Manage all users. Ladies and gentlemen, pull the pens, pull the pads out. Let's get ready to rock and roll because this is where everybody makes the mistakes. I promise you, if you do this right, you're going to do this right all the time. I'm going to give you the best documents. I'm going to give you the best, how to pull the best documents, what the Bureau's looking for, and how to do it from the beginning. So just please make sure, put a ready in the chat if you got your pen and pad out, because this is where, I swear to God, this is where everybody makes a mistake. Give me 1 second. Okay. All right. So let's get rocking. Hold up. Hold up. Oh, Miss. Yes, ma'am. I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna wait for you. I'm gonna wait for you. No problem. You are ready. Let's get rocking. All right. So, bear with me 1 second, guys. My wife is texting me. My wife is like, "Can you quiet down a little bit, please? The baby's sleeping." I'm like, "I'm not that loud, man." I'm like, "You're 3 floors up. If you hear me 3 floors up, there's a problem." This house has shitty soundproofing. Um, this is where we get started. Okay, this is where we go through everything. This is where we make sure that everything is done uh, properly, and we go through all the stuff. I'm like, give me a second. I gotta fix something over here. Where is YouTube control panel? There it is. All right, cool. Oh, great. All right. So on this screen, we want to go over here to add profile. When we go over here to add profile, oh, all right. When you go over here to add, when you go here to add profile, we're gonna start over here like this. So now, first off, I like to always shut off the eyeball, make sure everything's here. Now, I'm gonna fill this out, and then I'm gonna go over everything. Okay. John Joe Smith Jr. Date of birth is 01/01/1990. 000-00-1234 555 8 Northwest 12th Street, APT 14C, Northeast Tower. Okay. City, Manhattan. State, New York. 10038. Okay. Now, ladies and gents, I'm going to actually get up. I'm going to write on the board over here, and I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. When I do this for a specific reason. The reason that I'm doing over here is I'm breaking everything down by color. The more that we break this thing down by color, the better off that we are. What do I mean by the better off that we are? Stop following me, camera, please. Thank you. More that we break it down by color, the better off that we are. So we understand what's going on. So first off, my favorite thing that I like to do is break down the first 3 boxes. These first 3 boxes I always put in blue. Why do I put them in blue? Because our passport is blue, and that's the best document. But if we don't have a passport, ladies and gentlemen, a driver's license or an ID is okay. All right? Either or. The reason that the passport, we want to utilize that passport is the passport does not have an actual proof of address on it. It doesn't say where we've lived previously. It doesn't have anything to prove that we were once at a location that could be on the credit report. So to remove that location, okay, when we're asking them, and then providing an ID or something on that location that says that we live there is basically going backwards. So what I like to do is I'm telling you, and the Bureau likes a passport or a federal ID to prove where they are, okay? The next document that we like is, I'm gonna put it in orange, is gonna be your Social Security card, SSC. But again, if you don't have it, a W-2 or first page of taxes, PG taxes is okay. All right. Last but not least is proof of address. Oh, isn't it? That's my, hold on, guys. Pair. Give me a second. This is the printing office. Bear with me 1 second, guys. My bad, guys. I apologize. Last but not, I thought there was something that was going on in the office. All right. So the last part over here, I like to do green. Green's for money, ladies and gentlemen. And when we do over here is we go our proof of address or POA, and what the Bureau wants is a bank statement. Okay? That's the best document. So when I go over here and I'm talking to you guys, the reason that I'm talking to you guys like this and the way that I'm going over this stuff with you guys is so that you're utilizing the best documents. And the best documents are up on the board. Now, whatchamacallit, Ray, can you take a screenshot for everybody in here, put it in the chat so they have it? The reason that I do that is so that when you're going through this, you know what to look for. Now, realistically, why? You don't know where you live. You're going to say, Ali, I do know where I live. No, you don't. Because you know how many people argue with me when I tell them that their documents are incorrect? Ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? The system is a computer. It is not a human being, right? A computer believes in ones and zeros. If it matches, it matches. If it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm going to ask a question over here. If my ID says I live in Manhattan, but my proof of address says I live in New York City, where am I putting where I live? I'm putting it in chat. I had a girl. Good job. Miss Clean Queen, you got it wrong. My ID's got nothing to do with it. That's why I said you don't know where you live. It is the same exact place, but your proof of address is what's ever on the bank statement. Yes, I know it's the same place. You don't got to argue with me with that. Again, see, I said there's always somebody that's going to argue with me with it, right? At the end of the day, I know it's the same place. I know the whole point is the computer system don't give a shit it's the same place because it's not logical. It don't think like that. It says, here's the bank statement. Here's what they put at the top. Does it match? No. Push it out to ID document verification. You get that letter, it means that everything that you sent them is wrong. Make sense? Does that make sense to everybody in over here? That's why I told you this is the most important part of how you handle this system. In any credit repair place, it doesn't matter what software you're using. It doesn't matter what is it. It's not that, so let's not say that it's law, guys. Let's just say it's the best one to use because it's the one that they're going to utilize as the proof of address. That's how they prove where you live. It's not that it's law. It's just that's what they utilize because that comes in from the bank. Yes, so the three documents we should be using is passport, W-2, bank statement. If you have a W-2, fantastic. If you don't have a social security card, get a social security card. Rock with your W-2 in the beginning. It takes you 30 days to go online and process a social security card. There's no reason that nobody should have a social security card when we come to this class. Ladies and gentlemen, is this easy? Let me show you how to do it. I'm going to put a link right here. Ready? You go to Google. Replacement social security card. Literally, it's right here. Here's the link. Nope, that's not it. This one. SSA. Here you go. Boom. I'm going to put the link in the chat for everybody. And that's the one that we want. That's how you get your social security card. Make sense, ladies and gents? Does that make sense? Okay, good. Good. Now, next piece is I don't fill any of this other stuff over here. I don't fill in the credit monitoring. I don't do any of that stuff. What I do is I come over here and I just match it. Anything in the anything in the blue box is going to go in photo identification. Orange box is going to go over here, and then the green box is going to go over here. So it looks something like this. I'm going to go in. I'm going to grab my passport card. I'm going to grab my social security, and I'm going to grab my proof of address. Done. Simple as that. Now I saved the file. That's it. Done. Simple, easy, ready to rock and roll. That's the best way that we go through it. That's it. That's literally it, ladies and gents. Okay?
I'm sorry, leadership.
Mm-hmm.
You said that we can't use the PDF, right?
No, ma'am. Says it right here. JPEG, PNG, GIF.
Okay, sorry about that. I ain't see.
No problem. Bank statement is what they want. It's not that it's better. It doesn't allow for fraud. Everybody go, what the hell you mean doesn't allow for fraud? They actually figured out that the bank statement is the least defrauded item that is sent to them for proof of address. So they want the bank statement. This is what I heard this out of the lady's mouth in TransUnion the other day. I just laughed when I heard it. I was like, seriously? That's what they want. They want you to go fishing for shit so that they can have it. So now here comes the question. Well, what happens if I don't have a bank statement? What happens if I don't want to show them my bank statement? What happens if I don't want to do this? Ladies and gentlemen, Chime Bank. Whatchamacallit? Ray, do we have a link for Chime Bank? Yeah, absolutely. It's my Chime. Ain't nobody else giving this sauce out. Beautiful. So Ray's going to drop a link in for you guys from Chime Bank. Okay? Chime Bank is an online bank. You just put it in over there. You go get an account with them. It's online. Ready for this? Put $10 in the account. And then use the statement every single month from there and update your system. You don't have to worry about that because guess what? You don't utilize it for your bills. And you can keep the same $10 rocking every single month and you don't have to do nothing for it. That makes sense? That's a gem, ladies and gentlemen. That's a gem. Cool? Cool. All right, let's show you what a real profile looks like. Let's go to Miss Elizabeth over here. So, first name, middle name, last name, date of birth, social security number, phone number, address. Everything matches over here. Now, for everybody says, well, what happens if my ID doesn't match and that's all I have? Well, if you don't have a passport or any of that stuff, you're going to use your ID. You're just letting you know, just going to put that, but you're going to make sure your proof of address matches what's going on, and they should match. They should match. If you don't have them matching, you're still going to send it out. But again, well, like I said, try to get that passport. Passport should be the best thing that you're doing. Cool? Now, for everybody that's here, I'm going to say this with the utmost respect as possible. Ladies, I don't know what color nails you got this month. Guys, I don't want to know what the dashboard of your car looks like. Okay? Family, I don't want to know what your countertops look like, your kitchen table, your dining room table. I don't want to know what comforter you have on your bed this month. I don't want to know what color your carpet of your floor is. I don't want to know what your coffee table looks like. You know what that means? Put something behind your damn documents and make sure that there's a white border behind your documents. So, ladies and gentlemen, everybody, what happens if I don't have white paper? I want to show you something right here. Here's a bill from the hotel I just stayed at, right? Guess what's on the back? White piece of paper. Ain't nothing on it. Take a picture on that. And make sure that the picture is legible. If it's not legible, you're not doing the right thing. Okay? Any questions, ladies and gentlemen? Any questions so far? Yes, Amy. Miss Amy, what did I just say? Did I say utility bill? I said bank statement, right? I said, if you don't have a bank statement, where are we gonna go get that bank statement? And that's the thing. Some people are afraid to put their bank statement because they don't want to show the money that they have. Go open up a Chime account. It's free. And the reason that I tell you the Chime account, why? Because the Bureau says it's the hardest thing to fraud. Now, if you don't want to go and jump through all those hoops and you just want a utility bill, you can do that. But I'm not going to say that they're not going to hit you with an address verification or address verification stall letter. I don't want you to get that. That's the key of me explaining to you what the best documents are. Make sense? Yeah, no problem. The reason that I'm doing this, guys, I could give you, hey, you can use a utility bill, you can use a cell phone bill, cable bill, you can use your internet bill, you can use your cell phone bill, you can use X, Y, and Z. Yes, you can use all that stuff. But if they deny it, what's going to happen? You don't want them to deny it. So what we're trying to do is give you the best stuff. Now, if you fall down and you can only use the other stuff that you have, that's okay. But again, Chime doesn't cost us anything to own. All we got to do is put $10 in the account, and now we have a statement coming from a bank account that we don't have to worry about and don't cost us any money. That's the key, and we want to keep building off that. Yes, and that's I'm gonna be giving. What did I tell you at the beginning of class? I'm here about giving you gems and making sure you guys succeed. I don't work for the software company. I'm a part of the printing company. I own the printing company. It's mine. It's mine and my wife's. So at the end of the day, like, I want to see you guys succeed. I want you to see you guys go out and do what you need to do. All right. Now, the gentleman that I used to use for my free score now no longer has an active account. His credit repair is actually clean. So I do not have a new My Free Score Now account to show you how to pull it in. There is a video. Ray, can we drop the video on how to, whatchamacallit? If you have a client, you can't get a statement same day though, right? If you have a client, you can't get a statement same day. I would ask them, just try something you could probably figure out with Chime. There's got to be something on there that you're going to show that you have an account or something with them. There's something that you can print out off of them, like a direct deposit form or something that shows your address and things like that. There's something in there in the bank that you can utilize. But bank statement, what do I say? Bank statement's the easiest to do. I don't have yeah, there we go. So Ray just gave you a YouTube link on how to pull in the credit report, ladies and gentlemen. He put it there. It's because I don't have an M2 account. Now, if somebody would be so kind to give me M2 a Epic My Free Score Now account, one of the new ones, I can show you how to pull it in. But that's only I don't want to put anybody on the spot here tonight for that. If somebody wants to do that, DM me privately. I'll do that. They're not taking my clients' addresses on My Free Score Now. I don't know what that is, brother. I don't know why. Did you try giving them a call? They said 24 hours to respond. Well, I don't know, bro. If we don't have that, Ray dropped the link inside. Basically, what you're going to do is you're just going to come over here. You're going to add a new client. Not add a new client, add a new credit monitoring, right? It's over here. You're going to add a credit monitoring company. You're going to go put the email address and put the token in. And like, let me see if I can log into his account, at least to show you where the token goes. Maybe that'll thing. I know it doesn't work. It doesn't allow us to pull. No, we cannot upload any outside LexisNexis or any of that stuff into the software to dispute it, because it's going to be disputing over over the credit report. See, yeah, reactivate the account. So, but if you go over here just to see everybody over here, you see how there's a profile and you click my profile. Yeah, it's not gonna let you. It's not gonna let you go. So you click my profile. It say generate token, and that's where you're gonna get that token to be able to put it over here. I do apologize. I don't have that. And they don't provide us with one for the reason is it's a client's information. It's not fake. We can't provide a fake monitoring site. Yes, Keon. Two different companies. My Free Score Now is the credit monitoring company. You have to generate a token. You have to generate a token with them for them to pull in the credit report into the system. You're not going to be able. You're not going to be able to generate. You're not going to be able to get a credit report inside if you don't have a token over here. You see how it's called token? Say a token. I got you. Mm-hmm. 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 Yes, sir. Yes. Yes, sir. One to get, so you have to pay, have to pay for your credit report, and then you have to pay the software to generate the letter for you. So two tokens, but two separate tokens. One's from My Free Score Now, and the other one's from the software. Okay. Cool. All right. Do we not have it? Yes, Chef Mark. Gotta use a token. It's tokenized system inside of My Free Score Now that they're requiring for API connection. All you got to do is see where it says my profile. It says generate a token over there. You just got to get that token, view it, and then put it over here. Instead of putting your password in like we did back in the day, putting the password in, you need to put the token in now. Make sense? Yeah, no, that's okay. I just want to make sure if somebody has an account, I'll show you how to do it, but that's up on everybody else's. That's the key. The other client, what? Send it to me. Send it to me privately. I can show you how to pull it inside of the system. I like pulling at it. I just don't like utilizing people's information that are not clients of mine. If they're not a client of mine, I can't utilize your information. I would never do that to somebody who's not a client of mine. Just send it. Just send it to me under DM. Go into the Zoom chat and send it to me under DM. Show you how to do that. While we're waiting for that, while he gets that rocking and rolling, again, you're gonna come over here. You're gonna come to the spot in the middle that says credit monitoring sites. You're gonna hit the plus sign, and then when he sends that to me DM, we'll go from over there. Then I'll show you guys how to work this. Mm-hmm. Identity IQ, my score IQ. Mm-hmm. And Identity IQ. Same company, same company. One's a Vantage score, the other one's a FICO score. Same exact company. Literally only two companies that they work with. They got rid of Smart Credit. So they don't work with Smart Credit. So they use Identity IQ and My Score IQ. That's it. And My Free Score Now. There we go. Why can't you ask me a question? Why can't you ask me a question? What is the question pertaining to? Why you? What is said question? Okay, let me ask you a question. What's the credit? I'm going to ask you a question. What is the scoring model that the bank uses? There you go. I answered your question with a question. My brother, what you sent me is incorrect. So, yep, yeah, we got one attempt left. We ain't playing with that. I'm very straightforward with my students. With the people that print. So when you guys print with me, you officially become a student of mine. Because printing with me is a major step towards getting your life right, getting your credit right. People don't realize that um, what the value of something is. So the first thing that I do is I always make sure that if somebody has value, they print with us. We always want to make sure that they get value out of printing with us. It's not just paper on ink, ink on paper. What it is more than just that. Like my employee called and said X, Y, and Z. Like I need to go over things, make sure all that stuff. Okay, we got the right Yeah, okay, that's a completely different password. All right, let's try that. Let's try that again. It's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna. Perfect. All right. Yo, bro, seriously? All right, you got to call them in. So it is what it is. I again, like I said, I don't try to do the wrong thing. I try to if somebody's got it. FICO. Hey Ali, does this allow to? You won't. Q, send it to me, bro. Are you on the other my free score now? This one right here. Oh, log out right now. Send me that password. Send me that password. Make sure that password's correct. That's why I do everything on the screen. Make sure the password's correct. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go well. But like I said to all my students, when I sit down with my students and I go through all the things with my students, I try to give them the most data and the most proper information as possible. They became my students because they printed with us, and then they want access to me because let's be real, I studied this software. I study it like the back of my damn hand. I know shit in this software that other people don't know. I actually knew to a certain point that there's shit in this back end software that you can do that actually other people didn't realize that you can do. It's kind of cool. So when I sit down and I really go in depth over it, I want to make sure that you guys understand that there's a lot more that goes into just getting into this software. It's an awesome software. Everything's over here is great, and what you call it, everything's great, and we just want to make sure that you guys are here and understanding it. That's why I take my time. I don't want to leave here without showing you guys how to pull this report in correctly. It doesn't do anybody any good over here if I leave here without you guys pulling the report in correctly. It doesn't help. It doesn't help anybody at the moment. So I do want to make sure that that happens. That's why both these gentlemen right now that are helping. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much. Here we go. I got this one. Let's try this one. I'll show you how quick it works. So once we have the proper credentials, and thank you, Q, for that. Once we have the proper credentials at yahoo.com. Good. Yahoo. Okay. After we go through all the stuff, like it does make sense. And hit paste. Yo, what the hell is going on tonight? Yes, I know. Hold on, give me a second. You going to the scoring machine class, Joanne? Joanne just dipped. Where? On the password? Ah, got you. Yeah, you're gonna fuck with me tonight, aren't you? Give me a second. We are in. Perfect. I'm not saving that. Thank you. So beautiful. We're in here. We see what's going on. My man's got his credit score. Everything's up. So it's just very simple. And what happens here? Ready? I click the profile. I go to my profile. You see where it says regenerate client token? Now, I'm not going to regenerate a client token because he is in the system. If I regenerate a client token for him, it's going to cancel his token out. But I want everybody to understand that this is all you got to do is regenerate this client token and save it outside of your thing. Save it in your notepad, save it somewhere, because you're going to copy your email address over here and your token, and you're done. You hit save. So that's all you got to do. Does that make sense for everybody? Does everybody want me to show you again? Ready? Log in, home screen, profile. Come over here, click regenerate client token or generate if you're brand new. Copy the token inside of the box that pops up. Come over here to the software, put your email address and token inside and hit save. It should pull in about 3 seconds. If it pulls in 3 seconds, you're good to rock and roll. What do you mean that's only done for a client? Try a different browser for reset. That's it. And we're done there. We save that and we're good to rock and roll. Does anybody have any questions on the area, on the client area over here? On the manage all clients, any of that stuff? Can we get this replay? Yes, it's always given at the end of class. Always given at the end of class. That process is to pull your credit report in for My Free Score Now. That's the new My Free Score Now. No questions. Beautiful. Ladies and gentlemen, the last part is to send rounds of attack. We are almost done with class. We're almost over, and then I will open it up for Q&A. So what I want to show everybody first and foremost is what the so we add the email and the token phrase. Yes, and that's it. You'll be good to go. So what happens is this software, if you manipulate it to do whatever you want, you can manipulate it to generate 9 letters all the way to generating 217 letters for the same credit repair file. Does that make sense how I can make it generate 9 letters and 217? I think in this one I've generated 3. No, not on this page. So on this page, I can also make it generate 3. Okay? So I want everybody to understand that the software does however you dictate it to do it. So that's what it is. So some people will ask me, hey, Ali, how much does printing cost? I can't give you a price if one round you generate 217 letters and the next round you generate 9. It's going to be completely different. So I want everybody to understand that it's always good to send your letters out. Let us double check everything. Make sure you did it right. And on top of making sure that you did it right, come in and look at the letters and get everything done right and send them off for you. So let's go to the attack area. Let me show you. Let's go back. When we come in here, if you have nothing in here, you're going to click go to the attack area. We're going to select the client that we just did. Now, ladies and gentlemen, who doesn't want to learn how to read a credit report? Who doesn't want to learn shit about the software, just wants to fix their damn credit? Put me in chat. Not one me? I want to learn everything. Okay. No problem. Well, for the people that do have time constraints and things to do, if you don't want to learn how to read the credit report, you can click maximum focus, right? If you want me to print for you, if we want us to print for you, you literally select my name over here and then write this, TPNPA. That's your discount code. TPNPA. What does TPNPA stand for? Total post N, the letter N, print. That's what it stands for. The letter A stands for my name, Ali. That's your discount code. What does the discount code get you? It gets you a whole different pricing structure on everything that you go, anything that you work with. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I told you what you get when you get with us, how you get the community, et cetera, et cetera. But here's the thing that you truly get with us. We don't send out garbage. I don't mail out letters that are not ready to go out. I don't mail out letters that are not perfect. I don't mail out letters that are half done. I don't mail out letters that are missing certain pieces. And I don't mail out letters that have letters that don't need to go out. So what does that mean? I watch your pocket and you watch mine. So at the end of the day, when I go through this process, I make sure that I take care of you the best that I possibly can. We're also the only company that does mail with tracking, which means we keep all your data, the track letters inside of our CRM. Plus, you have track letters so that if you ever do want to sue the companies, guess what? You got the letters. Yep. I do make you guys stay on point, and that's the key. Like, you're not the only one, Mark. So, Miss Clean Queen, if you do have something wrong, we have staff to go over to help you fix it. Like, we'll log into the software and tell you what to do, but we'll like for example, where do a lot of people make mistakes? On the addresses. We'll tell you, go fix your address. Some people forget the state. Some people forget the zip code. Some people, they don't match in certain locations. It doesn't match the ID. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it that goes, a lot of stuff that goes into it that we look for. That whole profile section that I go over, that's exactly what we look at. So we do that. So now you'll do that. You'll hit print with us, and we'll go from there. Now I'm going to do print myself because I don't want to send my team the letter. Oh yeah, I won't send it out. I won't send it out. I won't send it out at all. I don't believe in sending out stuff that's garbage. My business partner found me by accident. I'll say this to you guys. My business partner is actually somebody that was printing with me. And he clicked me by accident, and he didn't realize it was me. When I turned around, I sent him a letter out. Me, because I used to do it personally. I sent him a letter. I was like, your letters are wrong. He goes, what do you mean my letters are wrong? He goes, who is this? So I pick up the phone. I was on the phone. I used to call via the phone, and I was like, I told him who I was. He goes, oh shit, I picked the wrong guy. And at that point on, we started a beautiful relationship with them. He used to send me like 125 clients a month because of all the credit repair that we did and how we did it with him, that we grew his system crazily as we were going through everything. I promise you guys, you're not going to have a better back office than having us at your side helping you go through everything. I learn every day about the credit repair industry, and I go through it still to this day, and I'm retired. But let's go through this. Let's go to do it yourself. And when we go to do it yourself, it's going to change the game. The maximum efficiency focus is good. It's the AI. But this is how you learn how to read the credit report and go through everything. So does everybody see work to execute over here? Put a yes in the chat if you see work to execute. All right, so work to execute is your AI. So guess what? Ray's going to drop our first cheat sheet for you. Damn, man, what's taking so long? There you go. That's our first cheat sheet. So our first cheat sheet, I'm gonna open it up on the screen so you guys can see it. So our first cheat sheet basically says, okay, most aggressive, which these two are interchangeable, MPEP and MPEC, and then third. These two are the least aggressive tax. So if you guys know that these three things are the least aggressive attacks, okay, you don't want to start here, you want to start up here. So what do? I'm going to look at MPEC because everybody's using MPEP. I'm going to start at MPEC, and then I'm going to start at attack 1. Why? Because it's the first attack. For all you guys that are a little further down, you start with whatever attack you're on. But the first 30 days, you're going to start on attack 1. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you make a mistake, you don't generate attack 2. You don't generate attack 3 or attack 4 or attack 5. You don't generate any of those attacks. You keep generating attack 1 until you get it right, until they say approved. Your documents have been approved. When they say all of your documents have been approved, everything's ready to rock and roll, then you've generated everything correctly. Now, for the clients that are in a little financial turmoil, check all in blue, hit 6, default, default, default. Again, for the people that are in financial, in financial hardship, you want to use this way. Why? It will generate 6 letters. It may have a crap ton of pages inside, but it's going to generate 6 letters. Okay? Does that make sense to everybody? Put me in the chat. Ray, take a picture for them on this one, please. Makes sense. Perfect. For anybody, so what happens is this software has 2 different versions. It could generate everything in 1 letter, which this is what it does, or it could generate everything separately. So I'm not at the separately part. I'm just teaching everybody this one. Blue. If you select blue, it means you're having a financial hardship. Okay? You're going to generate and you're going to put 6, default, default, default. Ray took a screenshot of it. Make sure you download it to your phone. Okay? Now, for the people that want to fail big and at least have the software generate the most aggressive of everything, you're going to want to change this to green. Change that from 6 to unlimited and leave it at default, default, default. Why? The difference between blue and green is blue puts everything inside of the envelope, one envelope, while green puts everything in separate envelopes broken up by category. What is the reason that we would want to do it in green and not in blue? Because, for example, if they stall out, okay, in inquiry, right, in blue, if they stall it, and it was the blue, and they figured out that on the inquiry, and they stall it out, that's it. You lost all those letters in blue. But in green, if they stall out the inquiry, all the other letters still have a chance of going through. That makes sense, ladies and gentlemen? Put a 1 in the chat if that makes sense. Yes, green is the better option. Yes, Amy. Hold on. Before you go into questions, is it about what's up on the screen? Because I haven't explained anything yet. Okay, go for it. Just make sure it's right there. Right there. Same thing. You just sent it separate letters. You send so what happens is, so say you only have 2 forms of negative items, right? Okay? Blue is not going to do anything separate but send it in a separate envelope. But say you had, I'm just going to utilize this as this. Say you have a student loan, on all other 2 different student loans and inquiries and a public record, right? So what happens is we're not going to say all the student loan stuff. What we're going to do is the public record's going to go in the green and the rest of the student loan shit and the inquiries are going to go in blue. What happens is, say it reads the inquiry letter, right? Okay? It reads the inquiry letter and it stalls everything out right as soon as it reads the first paragraph, right? It just stalls everything out. So now all the student loan stuff that you have and the all other derogatory is all stalled. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different categories just got stalled. Doesn't matter how many negative items on that bureau, but the public record went through. Make sense? Now, on the flip side, say you got 2 negative items. You got 2 accounts. You gave me a charge off. Say we got an all other collection charge off and a public record inquiry, not a public record inquiry. What happens is if this is in blue and this one's in green, it doesn't matter. It's just the same thing. You're just sending it one in blue and one in green, but it doesn't mix and match. There is no difference in pricing. Pricing for blue and green, drastic, guys, drastic. If you have, and again, it all goes by negative items. Don't worry about the pricing thing. Go worry about how many negative items you have. If you have 100 negative items, I want everybody to think that this way, 100 negative items on 3 bureaus can generate 300 letters, right? Just giving everybody that visualization. This will only generate 6 letters no matter what, but it could generate 3,000 pages. So don't look at the difference of what the price is. Look at what you're trying to do. Yes, it's not that bad, but what you're trying to do is understand the category and how to attack the category. Now, what I used to do back in the day is you used to do a hybrid system. We used to put personal information and inquiries together, because at the end of the day, those are the 2 that you wanted together. Okay? But that was back in the day. I don't even do that anymore because what happens is legitimately, ladies and gentlemen, you can call on the phone and dispute your personal information over the phone. So if you can dispute your personal information over the phone, you can get that done really quickly. You're done. You're done. But let's move on. We got 1, 2. Hold on, give me a second. Give me a second, ladies and gents. Apologize. I thought I heard a ding from YouTube, so just bear with me 1 second while I see if YouTube is live. It is live. I thought I heard a ding. 3 people are watching. Perfect. I did. I heard a ding. We can add a proof of address that be used for verification. There's another credit reporting platform that can be used about the software. So go and I've been trying to have a verification. Wow. And poll is still correct. Oh, Ray, you're actually answering the YouTube channel. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, cool. I heard a ding. I'm like, where the hell? Okay, so let's move forward. Okay, let's move forward. This is easy. This is the easiest part so far. The questions here is, guys, is money, pocket. If I go blue, it's going to take longer, but it will cost a little bit less. If I go green, it's going to take a little bit shorter time. I'm not saying a massive bit. I'm not saying that it's going to take a little bit shorter time, but it's going to cost a little more money. How I want to control it is what I need to do. You also have to understand how to work a credit repair system. Okay? This is a massive credit repair system that you have to learn how to work. Ready? So let's go over here. Unlimited default. Let's read this credit report. Okay? So now the software's just read the credit report. We're going to go over here. We're going to see all these negative items. Does everybody see all these negative items over here? What does everybody think the positive item is? What color? Perfect. Perfect. Now watch what we're going to do. Hide positive results right here. Now, do we have any greens? Green means money. I love it. All right, so now watch this. I'm gonna make your guys' life so easy. Realty Group on YouTube. Brother, we need to get with you. You need to get these cheat sheets, man. I don't know how you found us, but you definitely got to get these cheat sheets. Okay. Ray dropped it in the chat. Ray, go into YouTube and drop the link for Zoom. So yeah, the Zoom link so they can get in. We got like 6 people going on right now. I'm getting close to the end of teaching the software, ladies and gentlemen. I just saw like a bunch of people just jump on. There we go. Awesome. So we get some people to jump in from Zoom. Cool. Not from Zoom, from YouTube. Good job. Good job, right? All right, perfect. We're going to lose those watch hours, but who cares? Ladies and gentlemen, this is how easy this is. Ready? Everything is color coordinated in the software. And because everything is color coordinated in the software and we have the cheat sheet, watch what's going to happen. I know that all this stuff is color coordinated. So if I select one, I'll come over here. I'm in a Zoom for my brokerage. I select one. I come over here. I download the cheat sheet. I come over here. I click this. I split the screen. I put the software up. Now watch this. I got one on the board. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is how easy this software is. Ready? Type of reported issue is the negative item. I'm going to edit this over here. I'm going to come over here. What is this type of reported issue? Just find the name of the negative item over here, type of reported issue, match them up, and tell me what I'm attacking. Beautiful, Amy. Good job. Watch this. Boom. Done. That's it. That's all we got to do. That is all we got to do. It's as simple as that. Ready? Let's go to the next one. Hover over, hit 2. What's the next one, ladies and gents? What's the next one? Tell me, what's the next one? Inquiries. Beautiful. Literally scroll down, look for INQ, all inquiries. Let me go over here and just check it off. Now, let's go to the next negative item. Well, what's the next negative item? Well, the next negative item would be 3. It's an inquiry. We know that that's in brown. Let's move on to 25. Ray, you know what we should do? Take a screenshot of all the colors and put them next to the color that matches over here. I know there's going to be some colors we don't have. I know there's going to be some colors that we don't have, but I know we got public record. I know we got this. I know we got this. I know John's got an SLCC. We definitely have a lot of these. I think we're just missing the medicals, but we should put the colors next to the circles. So they have that. Yeah, so they have that. So they'll be able to just color code at that point and just literally say, okay, well, brown is here. Let's just move on to the next color. All right. So now we know brown is all done. Let's go to 25. What's 25? Don't everybody go screaming all at once. Tell me what 25 is. There we go. Match it up with the cheat sheet. That's why we created that cheat sheet. Everybody says charge off over here. Well, let's go to charge offs. Here's the 3 charge offs. Student loan charge off, medical charge off, all of the charge off. Well, does it say medical charge off? No. Does it say student loan charge off? No, it says all other charge off and collection. So realistically, that's the only one. That's the only one we want. That's the one we're gonna do. All of the charge off and collections. AOCC. Perfect. We look at type of reported issue. That is going to give us the negative item. We look over here at the negative item over here, and it tells us what type of issue it is. Okay. Soccer. Yes. AOCC. Good job, Eric. Okay. Yeah, no. That's cool. That's cool. And that's what we want to do. Now, come over here. We know that 25. Here's 26. 26 is the same thing. We know it's got it checked off. We don't got to worry about it. So then we go over here. We go to 27. What's 27, ladies and gentlemen? The last one. OT, you're the best one so far. The last one, I ain't writing that shit out. Perfect. The last one. So now what I'm going to do is, so here's the thing. I should color coordinate this, but this is just for now, right? We're not going to attack these. So we have this in red just so it matches the boxes. Okay? This is now, we're not attacking these. Right? Boom. We're done. So we have AODL. We have all of these. So now they're all matched up perfectly. They're all matched up perfectly. That's the key. They're all matched up perfectly. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now watch. We're done. I'm just going to make this screen a little bit bigger. I double check this. Ladies and gentlemen, anybody who's watching this, I want you to understand this. I do everything on a computer. I don't do it on a tablet. I don't do it on a phone. I don't do it on a laptop's okay. But I do everything on a computer. Why? I edit the client's documentation to say first name, last name, ID. First name, last name, social security card. First name, last name, proof of address. First name, last name, passport card. Why? So I know that this client, for example, that this is the client that I'm doing and everything matches. Why? I will tell everybody a funny story right now. When I was handling a client's profile, when we first got started 3 years ago in printing, okay, what was it? What was 26? 26 was? What's 26? Well, not just so we get everything right, but so we don't add images to the profile that we don't want to add images to. I had somebody send me a picture of Dave Johnson because they uploaded the wrong image and they didn't know that there was the picture of Dave Johnson. They never went back and double checked. So not only did they burn a GA, they sent a picture of Dave Johnson to us and they didn't even mean to. So yeah, it's funny. It makes for a good story today's day and age, but it's hysterical because it said image 1467, right? Well, what's image 1467? Nobody knows. Okay? We don't know what image 1467 is, so we want to make sure that we do what's right. So let's go over here to the top. Now, what I do is when I click top, I'll go to client information. I'll double check everything. First name, middle name, last name, address, city, state, zip, date of birth, and social all match up. They all look good. Let's rock and roll. Let's go to the general settings. Let's reset everything and go. Well, so how we're going to do this? We're going to go to the AI. We're going to hit the check mark off. We're going to hit it back on. We're going to hit our attack type again, which is Opulence 1. Yo, man, Vaughn, that's not nice that you're laughing at me. We're going to hit Opulence 1, and then we're going to check all in red. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to make life easy for everybody right now. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I don't have to do anything. I could just put this up right here. Put this up right here and just literally go match it 1 for 1. Ready? PI, personal information, I'm going to attack. I'm not going to attack public records. I'm going to attack inquiries. I'm going to leave 2 spaces, 2, and I'm going to attack all other charge off and collections, right? And then I'm going to go leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to do the last one. I'm going to attack in green. Look at that. All done. All done. All done. crazy, right? It's crazy, right? Well, we're going to do it like this. Ladies and gentlemen, how many credit bureaus are there? Well, I missed a step. How many green check marks are there? It doesn't seem so easy, ladies and gentlemen. It is easy. 4, right? We got 4 green check marks. How many credit bureaus are there, Amy? Come on, talk to me. 3 times 12, 4 times 3 is what? Go to this first box, look for 12. If there's no 12, we round up. 15. Default. Ladies and gentlemen, we want advanced tactics tonight. Hey, it's not Wednesday. I shouldn't give it advanced tactics tonight. Okay, we'll save advanced tactics tomorrow night. So for everybody that's here, you should join up tomorrow night. I'll do a little bit of advanced tactics tomorrow night. Please do. Now, we got to save something for Wednesday. We got to save the spice for Wednesday. What happens when we don't save the spice for Wednesday? You know, somebody left as soon as I said that. They got mad. 3 letters apiece. Yes. So once you do that, you hit next. And then click include all 3 bureaus and you're done. You generate that letter and it's finished. And I always generate the letter. So here's my generate the letter and it's done. That's it. That's how easy it is. That's how freaking easy it is. And that's what we want to do. We want to generate those letters. We want them to be proper. We have gone over all our documents. Okay? We've gone over all the stuff that we've done over here. We've gone through all the things. We've made sure that our name is correct. All our information is correct, that they would stall out. We've gone through and we looked at the documents. We've made our documents flawless. Okay? So now everything, I'll get you, Amy, I'll get you in 2 seconds. Everything is flawless. Everything looks right. And now the software puts everything else together. We don't have to do much once the software is primed. Once the AIs are primed. Can everybody see how it looks once those AIs got primed? Looks nice and easy to work with. Does anybody have any questions before I answer Amy's questions? We're going to go back and get to that red, green, and blue box while we're answering Amy's question. So Amy, it's very simple. Select your client. Select do it yourself. Make sure you click my name. Put TPMPA. And then click generate. What happens is you'll come here and then you'll do your work to execute. Make sure you put the MPEC and then select your attack number. I'm also going to put this in the chat over here TPNP. TPNPA. Send. Okay. When do we use our other attack? Well, if you did everything correct, the next month. Yes, it does matter if you move to a new address. What happens is when you move to a new address, you don't want to use the previous address. You don't want to use the, you don't want to use it. When do we use another attack? 30 to 35 days. You want to use a new address. You want to keep utilizing your new address, but guess what? Realistically, if you use your passport card, all you got to do is just update your bank statement and you get to rock and roll every single month. You can move 100 times. You move 100 times a year. Nobody can say anything. Every week you could be somewhere different. As long as you update, as long as you use your passport, you don't have to worry about anything else. That's the crazy part. That is the crazy part. Well, here's the thing. You are going to start over to a certain extent in 2 months. You're going to start over with your personal information, but guess what? You start off with your personal information on the phone, Vaughn. You don't do personal information in the software. Why? Why? Why put off till tomorrow what I can do to today? That's the key. ladies and gentlemen, everybody can ask questions. I feel bad for the guys on YouTube. If anybody wants the link on YouTube, just type in link. Ray will drop in the link for the Zoom channel. But everybody's willing to ask questions, and I'm going to actually put you guys up on the screen so they can see that actually people in the Zoom over here and that are asking questions. And we got the live up. There you go. Ask away, ladies and germs. Miss Breda, you making me hungry. I'm so hungry right now. I could eat a horse. I could eat a horse right now. I don't even know what my wife made. I'm so hungry right now. Where we at? The Nurse Jet. Okay, I'm moving in 2 months. I want to start now. We'll do. It's faster do. Can we have late payments removed using this too? Absolutely. This is actually one of the best systems for late payments, because again, it goes on a base of validity. So what did you just make, Ray? Oh, you dirty little fool. Oh, you are dirty. Oh, you are not nice. You are not nice, Ray. You are not nice. Oh, you are not nice, Ray. You are not nice. Ray just dropped some. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. He even color coordinated the damn freaking thing for you guys while we're in chat right now. So your cheat sheet is not color coordinated. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that shit. Ray, I was saying put the circle next to it. You just made the whole thing this color. Yo, man, Ray. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. There are other colors. I know that the student loans are pink. I know one student loan is pink. Remove and Navy Federal Credit Union charge off. Yeah, guys, everything can. So let me answer this question right now to everybody that's in here. Everything can be removed. It's just going to get removed in time. Okay? Everything can be removed. Do you know what the legal answer to that question is? Does OT, do you know what the legal question for that is? That I can answer legally by the FCRA? No. So, do you know what I utilize every single day, ladies and gentlemen? Everybody, nobody sees this, but let me show you this. I'm going to pull up my actual screen. I'm going to show you guys what I have every day. I work on reading it almost every single day. Do you know what this is? Does everybody know what this is? Does everybody know what this is? Put it in the chat if you guys know what this is. Kevin Brown, you're not allowed to answer. Mr. Brown, you are not allowed to answer. Bingo. That's the FCRA laws. This is the governing body laws for the credit repair, and how credit repair can utilize. So when we say that there's certain questions that cannot be answered, that can be answered, okay, this is what I turn around and tell everybody. So first I'm going to download the FCRA, right? I did download it. It's right there, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in ChatGPT. I'm going to open up a chat. Oh, it's right here. Here's the chat. So I want to ask, can legally, by law, can we tell people when we are going to remove something off of their credit? Let's see what a short answer. No, you cannot legally promise or guarantee that you will remove something from someone's credit. Now let's break this down clean. So it's breaking it down to a third grade level. Okay. The credit bureaus control the data. The furnitures, banks, lenders, control what they report. Okay. You or your client only have rights to dispute inaccurate or unverifiable information. Request the investigation 611. That's it. There's no law that allows you to guarantee deletion, removal, promise, or control outcomes. Why you can't say we will remove this? We're going to remove this from your credit. Because that could be misrepresentative, deceptive practice, potential violations of the FTC rule. What we can do, look, you identify violations, Metro 2 FCIA, build a factual dispute, investigation law. This is key, ladies and gentlemen. This is waking up and smelling the coffee. But watch what happens. When is something legally removed off of your credit? Fair Credit Reporting Act, inaccurate, incomplete. When it ages off, limit. So when can we actually say something is removed? Realistically, in 7 to 10 years. Do you know how many people I throw for a loop when I say, yeah, I can remove it in 7 to 10 years? Because legally, by law, that's what we're allowed to say. Legally, by law, that's what we're allowed to say. This is yes, consumer law. Exactly. This is it. This is legally the time that we're allowed to say it. So when you remember when I said at the beginning of class that you cannot, I'm not going to tell you the wrong information, and I'm not going to come into your pocket. I'm not going to, this is the key. How can I get rid of old paid accounts, and isn't it legal to have two debt collectors reporting the same account to the Bureau? Absolutely, it's illegal. It's not that it's illegal. If they own the information now, they can report it. Yes. Can you remove them? Yeah, because you could request them to sell back the data to where it belongs because they're not the original investor, the original person that owned the data, and then you can go from there and start to pay them back. That's another way of going about it. But you have to understand something. This is the key. This is the law. Understanding that Metro 2 is one piece of the law. Because what is Metro 2? Metro 2 takes it and shoves it down their throat. It shoves their reporting down their throat. But what did I say in the beginning of class? If you expect this shit to be done in 30, 60, or 90 days, get the heck out of this class because you're in the wrong class. I don't do bullshit. I don't do fake stuff. I even know people that do real UCC that are taking 6 months to remove negative items. So, ladies and gentlemen, if it's taking somebody who's doing shit the right way, who's talking to people the right way, doing it by the law, getting attorneys involved and everything, it's taking them a minimum of 6 months. Do you tell me that there is magic sauce that somebody else has that nobody else in the world has? No, it's bullshit, because everything that's over here is right here. Right here. Saying it right here. The law book, the FCRA, this book is telling you what can be done legally by the law. There is no other governing body. This is the governing body. This is by the United States of America. So you want to argue with something? Argue with the law book. 99.9% of the time, they lose. Where else we at? How many other questions do we have? You guys can ask as many questions as you want. We good right here. Mr. Brown. Mr. Brown, how are you? I can't hear you, brother. Ray, is he saying anything? I can't hear him. Shit, Ray left too. I'll give you guys whatever questions, whatever answers you're looking for. I'll give you guys whatever needs to be done. But I'm telling you guys right now, this is the key. The key is right here. The key is right here. You guys got to understand that this is the game. Oh, you driving. Okay. So you probably got bad service area. The key is right here. And everybody's allowed to ask questions. You guys can come off, ask whatever questions you want, however you want it. And for anybody that's on the YouTube, I see that there's 6 viewers on the YouTube. You're more than welcome to come in the Zoom. Just type in link in the Zoom and the YouTube will get you over here. All right, where are we at? I want to keep my Navy federal account reported report, but I just want my late payments removed. It won't remove the whole account. Depends on what it is. So let's be real, Vaughn. You ask it. So I'm sorry, Vaughn. I'm gonna make an example of you. I love you, brother. We've been doing business for a while, but I'm making an example of you right now. You know, I'm just gonna ask you a question. If you have an account that has late payments on it, right, and it keeps aging every single day, it's aging every single day, right? But it's aging with a negative item every single day. Is that account worthy? Oh, Nurse Jet. I watched people get their credit accounts cleaned in 4 days, do everything illegal. It's a 20K account though. Brother, I understand that. But you see, you asking, it's a 20. So you're saying it's a 20K account with a late payment. So you're literally off-weighing the account. So every time that account grows older, it's growing older with a negative item. So yes, the software can remove it. Yes, the software can get rid of the late payments. But what happens how long are you going to sit there? How long are you going to sit there constantly going over it, right? Constantly going over it until you get the desired result. Now, if you have no problem sitting in and keep going after a long time and getting that desired result, okay, that's on you, brother. I'm fine. But some people like, I want this shit done tomorrow. Let's be real. Those are the people that are going to just get that account removed. History is key. Yes, he's talking about history, but a lot of people that I'll talk to, 2 years of history, guys, on a late payment, the late payment is doing more damage than the history is building your account up. Let's be real. A file's got to be 12 years old to age to maturity that it's actually giving you the max pointage. So if it's 6 years old, it's only at half maturity. So if it's at half maturity, I'd remove it before it gets any more mature. That's my personal opinion. I don't like anything negative on my account. I don't care if it's a late payment. I don't care nothing. I'll remove an account with $50,000 on it, get rid of that shit and go over and get something that does not have a late payment on it, because that's the key. I don't like late payments because late payments make you look bad to the bank. I would rather a freaking collection than a late payment. I would rather a collection than a late payment. Personally, they both suck, but I would rather a collection than a late payment. They both suck. They're both bad. They both suck. They both say that something's fucked up. But I would rather that. Why I want to delete? Why? What do you mean? Why you want to delete? Nurse Jet. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I want to start with Nurse Jet. So when people say they can key in your credit for 4 days, it's not true. Oh, it's absolutely true. I've watched it happen. Doesn't mean that it's not going to come back in 6 months. I watched it happen. I was sitting in the classroom in Dallas, Texas. The gentleman, I'm not going to say who it was. I'm not going to say. Oh. So that's what you was thinking? Is that what it is? Is that where you come from? I cleaned my credit completely in 3 months. The first time around using it. I know, man. You keep coming back, bro. Why you keep coming back? Okay, let's talk off camera. Let's talk off stream. I'm gonna give you that. I'm gonna give you the thing, but we're gonna do some stuff with you to make sure that it stays off and it doesn't come back. It's not how they do that. It's verbiage. You guys didn't catch on the verbiage. That's the key. You guys didn't catch what he was saying in class. All I had to hear is what he said in class. And again, I don't do anything, I don't disrespect anybody. Your hustle is your hustle. He definitely has something good. But let's be real. FTC CFPB is not good, guys. I want to show everybody something here just to, I like being transparent with people, right? Ready for this? Check this out. CFPB. Okay. CFPB. Let's see. I think to submit a complaint, I think it's over here. All right. Bu- 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 bu. Okay, give me a second. I want to find it. I want to show this to you guys. CFPB with CFPB credit repair. Where are you? CFPB time to submit with credit. See, right here. It's here. I know it's on the CFPB. I just got to find where it is. If you guys run a CFPB play, right, and you didn't submit, what happens is if you didn't submit to the Bureau beforehand, then you run a CFPB play. So what the CFPB is doing, what the Bureau is doing, is they're removing the account during it's like a pause. It's not even a pause. What's the actual terminology? They're suppressing the account. So they're not realistically removing it, they're suppressing it. And the way that they're suppressing it is they're removing it off your account in visualization while they do the investigation. When the CFPB comes back and sees that you've done something in that way, then that CFPB removal can come back on the account if they find that. If they don't find that, that's the key. That's where it's going. So that's where when I turn around and I say to you guys, these guys that are doing this, they're getting the federal government involved because of 611. They have to go to 611 to give you a proper investigation. But if they don't give you a 611 proper investigation, that's literally breaking the law, and they don't want to break the law. That's a lawsuit. So when I talk to people and I go through people off of this is understanding what the CFPB and the FTC do is they're doing an investigation that the Bureau is supposed to be doing, and when they do the investigation that the Bureau is supposed to be doing, they remove it out of their hands. What the Bureau does is they don't delete, they suppress. When they suppress, that means they're not removing it. It takes time, ladies and gentlemen. It absolutely takes time, and because it takes time, we need to understand that. If it comes back, how many people would be pissed off if they're working and a freaking negative item came back 6 months later? Put a me in the chat if you'd be pissed. I mean, I'll be straight with everybody. A sweep does sound amazing because I used to do sweeps. I used to do them. I used to do freaking sweeps. You know what a sweep is? Does everybody want to see what a sweep looks like? Put a me in the chat if you want to see a sweep. Here's a sweep, guys. That's a sweep. You know how much that shit cost? That's a sweep. Hold on, wait. I clicked something. That's a sweep. Do you know what a sweep what a sweep looks like? You know what a sweep looks like? It just takes every negative item. How much is that? It depends on the credit report. Okay, let's do this guy. We're not gonna do inquiries because you don't sweep on an inquiry. You just do personal. You don't even do personal information. So you're gonna do public records like this is what a sweep looks like. Here's all this guy's negative items. So we have 1, 2, 3. So you're looking. This is 9 letters. This is 9 letters right here just to go out for 1 round. This is 9 letters, 1 round. If I get a stall letter in 15 days, I'm sending out another round. It's just 9 letters every single round. Let's go to a different client. Same client, just different report, right? Let's do this. I'm gonna do a sweep on this client. I know this client's got more shit. So look at this one. This one's crazy. So now unlimited 1 0 0. Perfect. Watch this. This is a sweep. Ready? Look how much negative, look how much shit this guy's got. Ready? Oh shit, I didn't turn off the things. Ready? Let's do check all personal information inquiries off. Unlimited 100. Yes, Brian. Right? I think Brian. Right? Check this. Let's get rid of the. Here's the thing. Ready? This client's got what we would attack on a sweep. Ready? Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 individuals. This is 30 letters right here. 30 letters right there. Individual. That's 30 letters each round. 4 rounds in 2 months. 30 letters at, and not included, let's just do 30 letters. Say it's about $14 a letter, right? Say it's about $14 a letter. I'm overestimating it with taxes, everything. It's about $14 a letter, right? $14 a letter times 30 letters, right? Times 2 months, times 4 rounds. You're looking at $1,600. That's cost. That's cost. You know how much I used to charge for sweeps? $10K. Each bureau was $3,000. 1,000 up front, three per each bureau. Just to start the paperwork. Now, we didn't do Metro 2. We did a couple other things. But just to give you that ideology, $10K. But why would you pay $10K for a sweep? Now, when somebody comes like and tells you, I'm going to get your credit clean 30, 60, 90 days and tells you $10K, are you going to sit down and say, oh, you're joshing me? No, you're not. You're going to turn around and say, really? You're charged too much freaking money. Right or wrong? Yes, sir. Do you know how many times we go through this? How many people I argue with? How many people I go through this stuff? That's why I said focus on the easy one. Focus on the easy one. This one, if I go through the first cheapest one, the cheapest account right now, right? 1, 2. Oh, Ray, let's use your new sheet. Where's your new sheet? Let's match it. This is cool because this is a completely different report. Here, let's do this. Let's match this one. We're going to do like two things. Let's match this report, right? For what we're going to do. Here we go. We start off at 45. What's 45? Edit. That's 45, right? Let's match this. 46. What's 45? 45 is, here we go. Bottom over here, 45. What the heck did I just do? Oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in green so we know to check that we're going to do this one, right? Ready? Here's 45. I'm going to do this in green, okay? 46. Student loan derogatory late pre-pros, perfect. I got that matched up. That's so freaking cool. You just match the color. You don't even have to remember anymore. Just match the color. And then look, we got 52, we got 53. Now we got to go to 54. 54 is that's how that we got those done, right? We have all that completed. So now that we have all of this completed, we know that we got these 3. Now watch. I'm going to do this here. I got 1, 2, 3 over here. That's 1 letter. 1, 2, that's another letter. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, that's 5 letters in total. 5 letters in total is 15 letters. It cuts the letters down by half if I don't do the sweep method. If I don't do the sweep method, oh my God, it would mess people up. That's the key. There's a lot of shit that goes into it, but I want you guys to understand things that you have to look at it objectively. You have to look at things objectively. Because if you look at the credit repair industry objectively and understand what's going on, you're going to ask that person that's doing, do you do FTC, CFPB for any of your disputes? If they say yes, step the fuck away from them. Unless you have fraud, ladies and gentlemen, right now, Right now, let's do this right now. I'm gonna do something with everybody right now. Ready? Let's do this right now. I'm gonna give you guys something right now. Let's do this. Equifax data breach. Okay, let's do this right now. Go over here. I want everybody to go down over here, fill this out. Put a me in the chat if it says your information has been affected. YouTube guys, thank you for joining in. We got a lot of people. There you go, Ron. Rodney, if your information has been affected, why did you not go? Why did you not go to the police department? I'm not affected. Don't say we all affected. I'm not affected. I'm not affected at all. Go put your information over there and find out if your information was in the leak. You're supposed to go to the thing and say my information has been leaked through this. Equifax data breach settlement shows that my information has been leaked. I would like to create a police report, okay, and put that information in there for there. I need a police report showing that I've done X, Y, and Z. Why? Because now if you put that you have been defrauded and something is fraud, now you have a police report to say that from that point on that you have fraud. Somebody has committed fraud on your account. Anything past 2017 that you have not done that is not you, that is not you, they're going to do an investigation. They're going to do an investigation. There you go. There you go. Somebody just said they got their credit report cleaned on YouTube by doing exactly what I just said. You got to get the police report and said that you've been defrauded. If you haven't been defrauded, and again, like I said, they're going to do an investigation. If they do an investigation, find out you didn't defraud, you didn't receive fraud, guess what, ladies and gentlemen, on your credit report, they're going to put an asterisk. So every time that Equifax TransUnion go look at your credit report, they're going to know you play games. They're going to know you play games, which means they're going to verify your shit real quick. Guess what? All those people that are doing your credit that said they're going to do it in 30, 60, 90 days, they put an asterisk on your account because they're playing games. They're playing games. Again, they're playing games. And do you know who gets hurt? The consumer. It's not that it's not that they need to do this before the sweep, Nurse Jet. Is understanding what happens when they do that. That's the gray area that people are playing in. That asterisk is a horrible thing, Rodney. It is a horrible thing. That asterisk means that you don't want to play by the rules. Where are the rules? What are the rules, guys? The FCRA. That's the rules. Remember that. The governing body is the FCRA. What are the rules? The FCRA. You don't want to play by the rules. That asterisk is a bad thing. You know how I know that? I was a data furnisher. That's why I told you I have many years in this game. So is this a bad? No, it's not that it's a bad thing. It's the gray. I said gray area. Gray area. Some people like to play in the gray area. Some people like to play in the gray area. That is the gray area. If you don't have a police report, you should go get a police report. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Go get a police report if Equifax says that your information has been and show a breach. If it has not been involved in a breach, you cannot say that you've been defrauded. But if it does, then you have a chance of fraud. Then you go get a police report and says that Equifax shows that I was in the data breach, and I just want to get a letter that says that I want to get a police report that's written up that says that I have any chance of having fraud on my account, this, that, and the other thing. And if we do find fraud, that it's been reported, because what happens is if they report that, you have that police report, then what you're able to do is go back when you find the fraud and actually get the account written. When you get the account written, it's because you reported. No, I did not. I did not drop that video. I did not drop that video because I did not finish it. So as soon as I do that, I will finish it. I've been a little bit busy with family life. Let's just say that. There you go. So you pick up the phone tonight. You go call the bureau and go from there. But you, sir, where can you find a recording? Ray, can you drop the recording for these lovely people? I mean, the people that are in the chat right now, this is going to be great. You can pick up the recording. You can pick up the recording, but you can actually watch the chat go live as people are on YouTube, actually typing in and doing all that stuff, which is awesome. So I appreciate everybody that's on YouTube that is commenting, because I'm watching the comments on the screen in front of me. So I do appreciate that. Just dropping gems as I possibly can. Look, I've been using Metro 2 for years. I love what Metro 2 does because it's compliant. It's just compliant, and compliance is good. You never have to worry about anything. You never have to worry about garbage. You just say compliant. Vaughn, you want me to answer that question legitly, bro? Never get a negative item. Never get a negative item. But to remove what you need to do is you just got to attack, brother, and see what happens. I mean, especially if your account items are new, it's going to take some time. It's not going to fall off overnight. It's not going to fall off overnight. People are going to think that immediately because the accounts are there that they can do credit repair and it's going to fall off. It's not going to fall off, bro. Does anything that the Equifax data breach match with what is account that you have now? Or are they new? Because what they're going to do is they're going to look at it and they're going to say Equifax data breach right now. They're going to look at your account and say, well, did he open this account, or did somebody else open up this account? So you have to look at that. Make sense? There you go. To anybody that has it, look at your accounts, see if those accounts are actually yours, which I guarantee a bunch of you guys are. But go to the police department and get a police report that says that your Equifax was data breach, and get a police report. They're not going to know what the hell that you're doing. You need to lead them along. Just turn around and say, I could chat GPT it. Say, I need a thing that says from police for a police report that my account was affected by Equifax data breach, and I need to do that because I need to write a letter to the bureau. What happens is when you have a legalized entity that says that you were affected, and you can show them that it's there, it says that your account was affected, then now you get a writing with them. That's it. All you got to do. Then you build up from there. You build up from there. Go purchase your bronze package right now, broski. Questions and answers. It's Q&A. We're almost done. Well, technically we are done. I might show some people some sauce, depending on Miss Allen wants me to or not, because Miss Allen usually leads my charge over here. DOFD. Roddy, what's DOFE? FD. I'm sorry. I'm exhausted, brother. Help me out over here. I'm ready to find date of first delinquency. So date of first delinquency will be on date of first delinquency would be in the actual reporting over here. So it's got to be in a reporting over here. And if it's not, that's really weird. Where are we? It's over here somewhere. This is a charge off. So my charge off doesn't have its first delinquency. It would be on the late payment account disputed. Oh, guys, let me teach you something about this. You see this one? See where it says compliance code condition? This is a fucking sick one. If you have any comments on your accounts, pick up the phone, call the bureau, tell them you accept the comments, get the comments removed. If a comment says that the collection is verified, right? If it says that it's verified, do you really think they're going to do an investigation? No, it's verified. They're just going to put verified again and send it back to your ass. But if you call them and tell them that it's verified and you accept the thing, and then you put it in another dispute, guess what? Now they have to do the investigation over again. They don't say it's verified. It's a way of hacking the system. I'll tell you guys, there's so many ways to hack the damn system. It's amazing. Miss Latimer, how are you? I haven't seen your smile in a while. Oh yeah, that's my favorite one to give people is that one over there. Account open, duration, account frequency. I don't know where it is, brother. I'll be honest with you. It's supposed to be here. I don't know where it is though. It's supposed to be here. I know it's here. It's just somewhere. I can listen all day. I just came over from you. Oh, you were listening on Zoom? Oh, that's beautiful. On YouTube. You just came over from Zoom. Oh, you came over from Zoom or YouTube? You having issues with my free score now? Tell me something I don't know. I'm sorry, I wasn't supposed to say that. Oh, I'm not supposed to say that. I'm not supposed to say that. I'm supposed to be nice. What you having? What issues you having with my free score now? Oh, thank God. Yes. I like to hear voices, guys. I'm going crazy. Ms. Latimer, you're fucking wasting time with bullshit. You call Equifax and you're gonna run this play exactly like I tell you right now. I need you to verify me over the damn phone right now. I'm going for a mortgage and you're stopping me from getting a mortgage. Please ask me the questions I need to do to verify me so that my credit report comes up with my mortgage company right now. Thank you. Right there. And do not take a no for an answer. They need to verify you over the phone immediately. They will ask you 5 questions to verify you over the phone. The 5 questions will be, what car did you drive? Did you leave at this previous address? All this other bullshit, whatever it is. They'll ask you that. Once they get all that information, you'll be good to rock and roll, and then you move from there. Make sense? That's what you want to do. Do not say, "Oh, send me a code, and we'll get off the call and we'll do it." No. No, 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 no. You do not want to do that. You want them to send you the code immediately while you're on the phone so you guys can get that information and get over to where you need to. Is Equifax the one that's not showing the report or my free score now? Yes, because that means, okay, so then that's exactly what I just told you to do. Because what was happening is my free score now cannot view the report because it's saying that you actually, so what they did is they put an internal block on your credit report. When they put an internal block on your credit report, they have to verify you. Once they verify you, then they can display the scores. That's all you got to do. You got to call that big, beautiful bureau that's right down the block on Peachtree. You should go knock on their door. Be like, freaking verify me right now. Any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Miss Allen, I have 3 to 4 years of on-time payment history where there was 1 year I didn't touch it. So just get rid of it. Guys, I can't give you advice on your own accounts. If you're asking me what I would do as an agency, here's the thing. When I did credit restoration, this is how I did my credit restoration, ladies and gentlemen. If it was negative, it got removed. I don't care what you had on your account. That's if it's negative, it gets removed. I don't look at credit restoration the way that other people look at it. Oh, don't remove said account. Don't do this and don't do that. Fuck that shit. Excuse me. Excuse me, French. I'm not supposed to curse. I'm trying really hard, guys, but it's really hard. Yeah, people get me riled up in the wrong way. Oh, they go through it with a fine-tooth comb and they tell you not to remove account, but a negative is a negative, and if you age a negative, it's gonna age out to a bad file, and I don't do that. I do not do that. I don't like aging out garbage. I do not like aging out garbage. So, ladies and gentlemen, when we say that, we get to a point where we age out good accounts and we make sure that our good accounts age out properly. Did anybody in here know how to age out account, how to find out if their account is of age and how to do it?
That was gonna be my next question.
Okay. Miss Allen. Where's Miss Allen?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I've been in Drake class as well. Yes,
What? How many? Are you hopping in all 3 classes tonight?
I'm only in two tonight.
You didn't go to score?
No, I didn't go to four because it's kind of conflicting with you and Dre.
It's kind of conflicting with me and Dre. All right. Well, I'm gonna give you a rundown of score tonight. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm sorry, what?
You're gonna get a rundown now. You're gonna get a rundown now. Let's do it. Miss Allen is one of our top students. That's why I usually ask Miss Allen what we're gonna do, if we should go on tonight. So let me ask you a question. How many people? Oh, go ahead, do it. Miss Allen's gonna Miss Miss Allen likes you guys. Let's go over here. Let's log in. Ladies and gentlemen, let me show you what it looks like when your credit score looks like money. Let me show you what your credit score looks like money. Here's when your credit score looks like money, ladies and gentlemen. Why do I say here's when your credit score looks like money? When we pull a client's file in, who wants to pull their account in? Who's brave enough to pull their own account in? Ms. Woods, you already know this exists. Who wants to pull their own account in? Okay, Ms. Nurse Jet, send me your account.
So while we wait, I do have a quick question.
Go for it.
So I put in my own for Equifax this year.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, TransUnion has been a pain.
Mm-hmm. Always
They
is.
break the bank.
Always is.
The bankruptcy and the late payments. Whoever asked the question about the late payments, we trying to keep that account for history. I already know the spiel. You already did it. But Equifax removed the late payments for TransUnion. Is it any particular reason, or is that's just who they are?
It's just who they are. They're just a fucking pain in the ass. Excuse my French again. They're just a freaking pain in the ass. They'll always be a pain in the ass. I don't like TransUnion. I don't like dealing with TransUnion, but they're Northeasterners like I am, and we're a tad bit stubborn. And they're from Philadelphia, so they're from outside of the outskirts of Philadelphia, so they're just stubborn. They're just more stubborn than anything for no damn reason. So I give people that like that thing. It's like you've got to put like I called TransUnion the other day, right? I was on with a client. We were on the phone with like 3 hours. I don't do this with every client. Just this guy's been a client of mine for a very, very long time. And I sat down with him and I'm listening to TransUnion. TransUnion telling me the reason that they didn't accept his dispute letters is because he didn't have an email address on the letter. Excuse you. So I literally went in. This is why I was doing this. Watch this. Does your dispute letter need an email address on it? Look. Nowhere in the law does your dispute letter dispute letter required. That's the information that's required. So if it does not need an email address, it's not a stall tactic. Wait. So I turned around. I told him tell him 611, and then we go from there. The lady was not budging, and then when he started recording the call, they started hanging up the phone. The actual person that listens in on the calls hung up the phone on them. So we couldn't get anywhere, and that's what they're doing. This is the game that they're playing. They don't want you to fix your credit. They need you to stay in the space that you're in. So somebody asked me, Ali, what would you do not to fix your credit? What would you do to fix your credit? Today's the day and age. You want my God's honest truth? I'd rob a damn bank before I get a late payment. I'd rather go to jail for 5 years or 15 years and come out with 30-year-old credit, right? This is not financial advice, but I would rather rob a bank and go to jail for 15 years and pay off all my damn debt than be in trouble with the bank. That's it, Vaughn. Go for it, bro. I'm waiting for that. Whatchamacallit? That login, nurse. Where you at? Nurse Jet. You just send it to me? Where did you send it? Oh, all right. So here, wait. Go to your chat. I'm gonna give you a DM. There you go. Right there. I just sent you a. Yep, that's me. Yep. Who just logged in under my name? Ray, did you just log in? Who the hell just logged into the score machine? Is it Dre? Sure as hell ain't me. Because I'm in already. As soon as I get this, we're going to have fun over here. Ready? Watch this. Oh, you really going to make me copy all this shit in here? All right, let's do this. Let's go over here. Add new client. I'm going to select my score, my free score now. Let me move that out of the way just in case that's shit on my screen. Is that a B? It's from my computer? Okay, that's fine. A-B-O-N-Y. As long as it's from my computer. What the hell did I just do? Where the hell was I just typing that into? All right. Let's go. It's going to take a little bit, but it's going to be okay. We're going to sit here for a couple of minutes. We're going to talk while this puts in. My free score now takes forever to pull. Unless our guys fixed it. My free score now does take a little longer to pull into the software. But the reason I want to show you guys this is about understanding your credit report on a different level. A lot of people don't understand how to understand their credit report on a different level. When they understand their credit report on a different level, then they're actually able to go out and learn how to actually do the disputes what happens is people come in and they don't know what actually to do. When they actually go into the system and do this, they learn that they don't learn what actually needs to be done correctly. So while this pulls in, we're going to pull in a live client. We're going to go over there. So I'm going to talk to you guys about exactly what it is that we're going to do, how we're going to break it down, how we're going to go through the client's file, how we're going to look at everything. Now, this is exactly if I was doing this for a person. If I was doing this for somebody that I'm dealing with, this is exactly how I'm going to do it. This is exactly how I used to do it back in the day. So this is perfect. Now it's pulled in, right? So, Nurse Jet, do you want to come off mute for a quick second? She don't want to come off mute. Somebody want to come off mute? I'm not sharing my screen. All right. Can everybody see my screen? Yes, I want you to come off mute. This is your file. Why would I have anybody else talk about your file? Oh, okay. Let's go. Okay, ready? Do your breakdown. You know how to drive a car? Okay, red means? Well, in a car. Green means? All right. I want you to go on that prowess. Yellow means proceed with caution. I want you to understand you're going to read it exactly like that. You see red, you say stop. You see green, you say go. That's it. Don't tell me looks good, looks bad. Just go down that. Do you have a 700 credit score? Stop. Just, the red's right there. Just stop. Yeah. Stop. You see these reds? Stop. Bingo. You have under 30% utilization. Bingo. Minimum 5 open primary credit cards with 2 years of good payment history. 2 primary credit cards with at least 2 years of age and $5,000 plus limit. No. Right here. Perfect. Now, do you have no more than 4 unsecured account open the last 12 months? Go. Under 4 inquiries. Now, this is where I like to tell everybody, if you see any numbers anywhere at all, right? Stop automatically. Okay? Because you got to remove those numbers. So, you got 4 and 8, correct? So you got to stop. Because you got to get those removed before you do anything. Collections? Charge off? Late payments? Perfect. Bankruptcy? So let me ask you a question. When we're sitting down and we're having a conversation, you and I, right? We're going over everything. You know you need credit repair, right? Because of late payments. But you also need credit restoration, right? So it doesn't just start with credit repair because credit repair is just the late payments. So let's go to credit restoration. Let's come over here. Right now, I need you to pay your Capital One down. What I want you to do with your Capital One, I want you to pay it down to 10%. You need to promise me that you could pay $4.29 a week. Can you do that? Yes. You could do that. Can you pay $18 a month? Okay. Now, do you want to get this? This is the credit card right here, the Capital One Bank with the $300 limit, right? Now, what's the TMOB? Milestone. Okay. All right. So I want you to do me a favor with this credit card right now. I'm giving you credit restoration right now. I want you to go over here. I want you to pay this one down to 10% as well. $8 every week. Can you pay $8 every week on this card? It's for 1 year. You're going to pay $8 every week for 1 year. So now you just did that. Now you're going to drop that down. Now, if you could do more, I would suggest that you do more. But I'm telling you, to make this shit affordable, we want you to do this in 1 year. 1 year, pay down $4 and $8 every week. Now you just started your credit restoration process. Now you're going to get that down to 10%, which in total you need to pay $416 and $223. Now, what am I asking you? Did I ask you to pay a lump sum of money? Did I ask you to pay $223 off the bat? No, right? Does that make it affordable for you to actually achieve said goal? Can anybody argue with paying $8 a month? Yeah, you go, all right. Now, what do we get here for? We got here because we want to talk about credit history. So now if I click forensics right now, I come back and I hit forensics. My forensics comes and breaks down and tells me your credit age is 7 years, but you don't have enough accounts. So you see this threshold right here, ladies and gentlemen? That's what you're looking at. The threshold of the account and what the accounts are at. We know that you're over 7 years, so you know if you add some stuff, it's going to drop it down, but you also add some stuff, so it'll bring it up. So now what am I going to do? What do I need to do to fix you? First off, let's get rid of these. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What would you like to see? Yep, credit age right here. That we were talking about credit age. That's why everybody stayed in the room. So I want to make sure that we touched on credit age. Okay? So credit age is a major part of the thing. You want to make sure that you're talking about credit age. If you come into credit age, everybody's like, well, what if you remove an account at your age? But if you move an account, you see your age is at 11 years. What is that account really going to bring? So that's why I'm coming over here to the war map. Let's come over here and let's see where it's at. Okay? Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I remove this 3-year-old account, right? And I know I'm removing this this is you, right? Yeah, this is you. Perfect. You still have a charge off on your account. You have one charge off left on your account. Okay, yeah, that's why it's still on your account. There you go. So now look, you see all these 1 month, 1 month, 1 month, 1 month. Oh, these are all hard inquiries. Okay. So if we get rid of all these hard inquiries, we just work on the late payments. The late payments 3 years, late payments 2 years, late payments 3 years, the charge off 3 years, right? So we're looking at this. This is 3 years old. Let's say in total, this is about average, just about 3 years, right? This is average about 3 years. If I come over here and I look at the age of the accounts, look at all your accounts that you have. All your accounts are aged out 3 years. But you have these major cards over here that are 18 and 10 years. If you remove that, what, these accounts over here? Are they delinquent? Are they delinquent? They still working? On these the 10 and the JC Penney and these two JC. This isn't that but that's your credit. Because this is the same exact card. You know that, right? JC Penney, Synchrony, this one. Look at look at to see if it's attached to you in any which way, shape, and form. You can also you can also go over here and get a police report if this is not you. This is considered fraud, and that's how you run that. Okay, that's considered fraud. It's not you. It's not attached to you in any which way, shape, or form. But regardless of the case, if you were to remove those negative accounts, right, that we're talking about, because this is only showing positives, right? If you were to remove that, your average age is high because of the 18 and the 10-year-old account. Make sense? So it's not gonna affect you as much as somebody else that doesn't have that. So let's show you what good account looks like and why I'm talking about this. So right now, if I come over here and I show you this account, and I come over here and look at this. You see this? Look at all these accounts up here. 35, 17, 11, and 10. You see these anchors? I call these anchors. Why are these anchors? All these anchor accounts right here, all these accounts are anchoring my account. This is mine. I'm not showing you somebody else's shit. This is mine. This is no, this is my account right now. I'm showing you my own. This is mine. These are my anchor accounts. They may be closed. These are my anchor accounts. Why did I add anchor accounts? Well, first off, these two that closed my Macy's card. I was an idiot. I didn't know shit about credit back in the day, and that's where I just had I opened up a credit card to buy a pair of jeans. I had $100 limit on it, and that was the credit card that I had. Pair of jeans. That's 17 years, 9 months ago, almost 18 years ago. But why am I showing you guys this? Because this is the age. Once you have the age, you can build up off of the age. Look at this. This is all here. These are the anchors. Now, my newest anchor account is Credit One Bank. It's right here. It's Credit One Bank. That's my anchor account. Crazy, right? How crazy these anchor accounts are. And now we build off of that by talking to people and saying, okay, well, once you have the data, you can make a thing. Well, now also, if I remove that negative item, right, and I see my credit score drop, well, what do? I come over here, I click over here, and I say, all right, what's my average age? I go to underwriting, I go to forensics. So what's my average age? Well, my average age is 5 years. Well, what do I have to do to get it from 5 years to 7 years? Well, let's find out what the average number is, and that's what I gotta buy. I gotta buy a trade line. I gotta buy 2 trade lines in that age limit. That's what I gotta do. That's it. Does that make sense to everybody? I don't know. I got people in the chat. I didn't even see the chat was open. I would buy a trade line with a 13-year history on it. Because you got to raise the age. So what you want to do is kind of want to buy it 3 times, so 13 to 15 years. Yeah, yep. So all my credit history, all my positive accounts equal 5 years, 6 years, and 6 years. I don't believe that freaking Georgia be fucking smacking people down. Can't buy a damn trade lines? That's ridiculous. Right here. It's right here in the thing. Anything in green is going to be the best. The best score is 12. Anything in green across all these things, that's it. You have to have everything all the way at the top. Anything in red. Ray, where the hell do I have a negative remark on my account? Ray? Where the hell do I have a negative on my account? Take a screenshot, please. Send it to the guys. Ray's falling asleep on me. He's tired. So, trade lines are, so let me explain what a trade line is. Trade line is, well, okay, let me teach you a way around how to buy trade lines. You don't buy trade lines. We have family, right, ladies and gentlemen? A lot of people have family, right? What you do is, how do you get your credit to go higher is you find a family member that's afraid of credit. We all got that one auntie, that one uncle that have one credit card that they keep in their sock drawer and they never, ever touch it. Please, if you have that auntie or uncle, put a me in the chat right now. I know at least there's 2 of you. There we go. We got an auntie, we got an uncle, and we got a mama, papa, somebody. We always have somebody, right? They're afraid of credit. What you do is you go to them. I guarantee you that person's got an 850 credit score because they never ever touched that. They never ever touched that credit card, but they always had it, right? And every now and again, they used to go put gas on it. Every now and again on the credit card. Okay? Well, wake up and smell the coffee. That person's got an 850 credit score because that credit card is probably 40 years old with a $2,000 plus limit on it, right? And it's 40 years old. You ask them to make you an authorized user. I just did it for my business partner today. I made him an authorized user on my accounts. Once I'm making them authorized user on my accounts, that's what we do. Yes, authorized users don't have as much as a primary account, but it gives the ability for them to grow inside of the system so they can go out and actually get their own credit. So if you look, again, I always practice what I preach. Here we go. What's the first anchor account? It's a Sears authorized user account from May 31st, 1990. FYI, that account is as old as I am. Ladies and gentlemen, you know why? Because it's my father's. That's my father's credit card. He opened that at Sears down the block from the old apartment building that we lived in New York City. When Sears had a location down at the apartment building where we lived. So what did I do? When I learned about credit, what did I do? Dad, what's your oldest credit card that you got in your wallet? Sears. All right, I want it. I took the Sears card for age. And then I went and I got him, I think, $10,000 from Home Depot. And then I took the Home Depot credit card. I got $10,000 on the Home Depot credit card. So now I had the Home Depot credit card and the Sears card. I had age and comparable credit. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? My first credit card that I got that was actual after that, that wasn't when I opened up the Credit One banks around that same time, American Express. You know what the limit on the American Express was? Here it is. You know what that first major credit card was? Amex. $10,000. Now, I'll go show. I love showing this shit off to you guys. Ready? Let's go over here. Scroll down. Amex. Where's that Amex? Here it is. 22.5. That's how much money is on that account. From 10, I grew it up to 22,000. But I have the data if I want to go pay it off. So right now, what do I got to do? I got to pay $200. I got to pay $600 off. So what do I got to do to get this down in a year? I want to get this down to zero. What do I got? I got to pay $13 every week. Now, my cell phone bill goes on here, so that's why it's at that price. So that's what I do. But here's the thing. When I built this stuff out, guys, I didn't build this shit for you. I built this for me. What I did was I built it out so I have a Best Buy problem. I'm going to say this to everybody right now. I have a Best Buy problem. I love spending at Best Buy. So when I spend at Best Buy, my shit just keeps going up. This is going to be maxed out. I got some stuff that I needed to. But what did I do? When I come over here, I know that this needs to be done. I want to get this down to zero. How much do I have to pay every week? Every week, I have to make a payment of $100 every single week. Every week, I have to make a $100 payment. So if I can't make $100 every week, we have a problem. We have a problem. Make sense? And that's how you pay. That's how you get through your debt real quick, is by figuring out what needs to be done. Because where is it? APR. APR is the yearly rate. So I do the same thing. American Express. What do I got to do over here? I got to go to zero. What do I want? $58 a week. So my payments right now are $158. This is not a document, guys. This is a piece of software. This is my own custom branding software. This is my own custom branded software. This is what I built. This is what I built for myself, and I'm starting to actually launch it for the community. Yes, Amy. I launched it a long time ago. All right. Who wants it? Who wants it? Who wants it? Okay. Right now, Ray, drop a phone number in the chat, please. All right. So, see, Ray gave that phone number. I want everybody to text that phone number right now. I'm gonna stay on the line. I want everybody to text that phone number right now. When you text that phone number, I want you to text LINK, LINK. Don't text anything inside over here. Text LINK. LINK to the phone number right now. I'm gonna give you guys a limited time offer because I know Miss Allen's gonna bring it up. I'm gonna give you guys a limited time offer. Perfect. Text link to that phone number. When you're done, Ray's gonna hit you back with a link. When Ray hits you back with a link, what you're gonna do is you're gonna apply to that link. I'm gonna gift everybody with something tonight. I'm gonna give you the most expensive package for the lowest price. So anybody that wants it, I'm gonna give you guys the most expensive package for the lowest price. So the $497 package is gonna go for the lowest price. No, it's not similar to an AI agent because I don't build AI agents. This is an actual AI platform. I built this all out. It's my brain. This big, beautiful brain up here. What happens is when you put that credit report in there, it starts to automatically start to verify all that stuff for you and starts to go through. You saw that. I showed you how it did it live, Miss Brenda. I put in that credit report. I did nothing else after, and I just started clicking on tabs. The cool part is, Miss Brenda, like Miss Allen was telling you tonight, we have classes every single night, and we go through, and that's what we just did. We just went through went through the whole system. How do you find the classes? If you click on the dashboard over here, on the dashboard you'll see all the things. You'll see Score Machine Training. There's one tomorrow night at 7 p.m. EST, and on Wednesday nights there's one at 8 p.m. EST. So that'll be at 8 p.m. I'm giving you guys the ability to ask any more questions, anything that you want to know, anything that you want to go through. But this is, again, like I said, I built this out for myself. I built this out for my business partners so we can do what we need to. I didn't even show you anything that's dazzling. I just showed you guys what you can utilize it on a day-to-day basis to help your finances. Okay? But when it comes to the real thing is when you guys are done fixing your credit, because guess what? Yes, you have that dashboard. Everybody has it's the main dashboard to the software. Now, everybody, I think OT or a bunch of people ask me about what do I teach my students? What is the report my students use, right? Somebody asked me what is the report my students use? I don't remember. I think it was you, OT, right? No, Chef Mark, right? Chef Mark asked that, right? This is the report that we utilize. You can always scan that and go from there. Let me delete this red off the screen. I didn't even see that. There you go. That's the report we use. We use the FICO score. Okay. And then this is what happens when we get to right when you guys are going through credit repair, you're going through all your stuff. You can track your stuff over here. You pull a report in every single month. You watch the ups and downs. You watch how it works. You see if something's been removed, something's been present, if it's still there. If it's new, you'll watch that as you pull it through. But here's the cool part. Once we're fundable and we hit this, we hit go to funding. The AI will match you with the proper credit card on what needs to be done and get you funding the way that you needed to, like that, as quick as we just went through this. Done. And as simple as that. Does anybody have any questions? I'm shop sharing my screen. I'll leave you guys the ability to answer any of my any questions as you go through. Nope. No problem. We get you rocking. We get you guys. Are you teaching on how to build this? Build what, Miss Brenda? Build the software. The software is built, Miss Brenda. All you got to do is just put your credit report in, and that's it. And then you want to use it as a business? That's a whole different story. Come on mute, Miss Brenda, so I can at least hear you. So that software has been built over 3 years. So we don't teach anybody how to build it because I have all proprietary information inside of it. But what I can tell you is there's somebody just asked the same thing. Is there's a massive affiliate program that if you guys pay for it, you guys actually get to say you're a partner of the program and you own a portion of the company because we actually give partner payouts when you guys pay for the software, which is actually really cool. It's about 20 to 25% of whatever brings in through the software. And you guys have the ability to talk to us to get incentives on each piece that you have coming through. We gamified the system. So let me show you what that looks like. Show everybody what this looks like. It's actually beneficial when somebody becomes a affiliate. So when I go to the Affiliate Pro dashboard, this is what it looks like. And then it gamifies the system in the sense of, I know what I'm earning. I know what I'm getting this month. I know what I have active users. I can see my accounts who are being paid. I can see pending. I can see unpaid, cancels, reserves, all this stuff. And then it'll tell me what my payout is. So my payout over here is because when I built the system, I don't get paid out on it, but I just want to show people it. So just a basic affiliate gets between 10 and 15%, but it scales. So it scales as you go through and play the game. Every time that you get a referral and commission, it goes up. You build your thing up, and then it'll build up over here to the 15%. So what we do is we have two systems over here that's built inside. We have the system one, which is your actual own private referrals. And then system two is where you refer companies. So for example, say you, Ms. Brenda, you have access to a church, right? And you want the pastor, you want to talk to the pastor. You don't send the pastor your referral link. You send the church your affiliate link. Now you're going to get a 5% override on the church, and now the pastor is going to come in and get a product link, so you and the pastor both make money. So at the end of the day, that's the key of what we built out over here is we built out a way so everybody makes money. Not MLM. There's no 50 legs and things like that. No. We built it out in a way so that you guys work in the betterment of the system. And you can say that this is yours because the key word is it's a brand that we built not to show faces. If you look at the website, just to give you guys an idea, I didn't put my face on the website, or at least I don't think they did on the new rendition. They didn't put anybody's face on the websites. The video. But besides that, that could be anything. But look at all the people that we have talking about it. Like, it's people. It's not me. It's not a talking heads. These are just people using it. People going through the system, people working it. And there's no like, oh, meet the team or any of that stuff. And I don't want to put that there because if you turn around and say this and you're not on that team, that's a problem. Make sense? And that's a problem we don't want to have. That's a problem that we want to work with, we want to deal with, we want people to come in and work with us. We want people to work with us in that key, and that's where we're at. So we come over here, we build that out, and that's what I said. Tonight, whoever gets locked in tonight, I'm going to give everybody this package for this price. That's it, just tonight. I'm doing that because you guys have been such a great class and asked some great questions that I don't normally get. I don't normally get the questions that I asked tonight, that I got asked tonight, because you guys were amazing. You guys were honestly amazing. So I want to give you guys a little bit of a reward for being such amazing people. But yes, I don't teach how to build the software anymore because I don't teach how to build software period anymore because it's just a lot. It's just a lot that goes into it. I became an architect, software architect about 4 years ago, and I just started architecting software crazy. And it takes a lot of time because you have to visually see it and then let the person who's developing it see it, and then you have to let the designer see it, and you have to let all these people start to see it, and then they're like, wow, that's the key. But AI bots are different because a lot of people say AI bots can be built and go high level. I don't know how that works, but you can work it and go high level. That's the key. My software has got nothing to do with go high level or any which way, shape, and form. What you see is actually all custom built by us. There is no go high. Like, we integrate with go high level. Say you want to take your go high level, put your CRM inside of our software and have our software read the credit report for you. It does that. We built it out for another company that sends us over 500 clients a month. Yes, Miss Walton. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get yelled at. My wife is gonna come down here and yell at me. Miss Walton, you gotta come off mute. I was gonna say I can't hear you.
I'm here. The screen had disappeared. I'm so sorry. I just wanted to thank you so much. It was so wonderful. I got so many jewels. I'm ready to take over the world. After I just met you, I just signed up, so I'm about to see if I can do the funds tonight. But if I can't, I'll sign up. The system is absolutely wonderful. And just thank you again. And I look forward to seeing you again.
Come tomorrow night. I'll be here tomorrow night.
Okay,
Oh,
cool beans. Sound like a plan.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'll see you tomorrow night. Anybody here, you're always welcome in all the classes. I want you guys to come in all the classes. Be around us. Stay close to the fire, because staying close to the fire is the way that you guys are gonna get to that next level. And I know Amy, go cook for your man in the house. He probably hungry as all hell. My wife did her cooking beforehand, so at the end of the day, like I can't wait to go upstairs and see what she cooked. But talking to you guys, like, I'll be honest with every single person in here, like, truth be told is we build up all the time. We go through this. I've been in this industry so long that I knew what it needed. And that's what we answer. We answered the calling. Here's the funny part is my kids are like, hurry up, we're eating late. Look, let's do this again. Okay, so it's 8:59. Tomorrow's class starts at 8 o'clock EST. Let's see everybody here again tomorrow night. Nurse Jet, do me a favor. Get the phone number. Get with Ray. I'm gonna call you directly, especially since you dealt with a close friend of mine. I just want to make sure that I go through and make sure that you're good and you don't get any repercussions. Make sense? How much to get my credit reviewed? For me to do a review for you, $200. That's how much I teach my students to charge. You should make your money back on the first review. On your first institutional review, and tell it if the person is institutionally ready, it's $200. Some of my students are charging $250 to $300 per review because it's not a credit repair review. I'm not talking to you about a credit consultation. I'm talking to you to see if you're ready to get money. And you got to pay to be ready to get money. That's the key. YOT, do you want to get institutionally reviewed? I mean, technically, all you got to do is pay the $197. You can review yourself. I don't want to charge anybody for that. I would rather teach you how to do it, but I don't want to charge anybody for it. I would rather you go in and review it yourself. It's definitely worth it to review it yourself and understand it, because then you can explain it to other people, because you know what you're going to do. You're just going to start playing the game. You're going to start reviewing mom's file, dad's file, uncle's file. You're going to start reviewing all these people's files, because you're going to say, like, holy shit, what is out there? How close can we get to that all green? And then it becomes a game of getting everybody. Well, hey, Unc, if you pay this down. Hey, Ma, if you pay this down. Hey, Dad, if you pay this down. Yo, bro, if you pay this down. If you do this, if you do that, if you get a credit card, go call Mom. Get the authorized user from Mom's account. We need you on there for 6 months. You do this, you do that. All of a sudden, you're watching your whole family's credit grow right there and then without even doing any credit repair. Because sometimes it's not credit repair that they need. Sometimes it's just a little bit of restoration. Everybody good? I know people are quiet. People are very, very quiet. I can't contact that number, right? Yeah, text that number. Nobody's on that phone, though. Text that number if you want somebody to help you. Text them if they want somebody to help you. And God bless everybody. Miss Woods, how you doing? I see you all night. Miss Woods, how you doing? What's the number for help with the software? Actually, very easy, guys. I'll show you how to do it. Which software? Credit Repair or the Score Machine? Or TSM? Credit Repair. Credit Repair is 914-257-7468. That is the printing phone number. It is not the Credit Repair phone number. That is the printing phone number. But if you're Mr. Vaughn, you were with us. That's why I gave that out to you. When you just say that I am whatchamacallit. I am with the Score, not Score Machine. I am with FICO Forge, and you'll be fine. That automatically cuts any red tape or BS out of the way. Cool. I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. I am actually fried. My voice is starting to hurt, and I need something to eat. Does anybody need anything before I get out of here? I'll see you. Good night, guys. I'll see everybody tomorrow. We both use both softwares. What? What, Nurse Jet? We use both softwares. You're a part of both softwares? We use both softwares. That's amazing. So you get access. You get whatever phone number you call, basically, they'll help you. Whatever phone number you call, they'll help you. That's the best part about having one customer service team for both softwares. So that is the actual great part about having one team for both softwares. So we'll make sure that everybody gets handled correctly. That's literally the reason why. All right, guys, I'm out. I'll see everybody later. Fuck. Coffee Hustler. Do 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 do. Where's Ray Ray?